So as I'm getting the training area set up, she sees me moving and goes to the board. So we have some clarity there, right? And it's just me talking while she backed up, and that's normal. So what we're gonna do now is work on the opposite behavior of her coming towards me to create that engagement, ultimately the recall, but still you see the standoffish behavior. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little pressure on the line and bring her towards me. It's going to create a little opposition reflex. When I pull this way lightly, she's going to probably buck and put on the brakes and resist. But I'll continue that light pressure. When she undoes it and comes towards me slightly, I'm going to mark and throw the food to her. Because if I reach towards her and enter her space, she's going to perceive that as social pressure, right? And my goal is to connect. I don't want to push her away. Like, things work in opposites with dogs. So I'm very mindful, like I see the end of the leash here and she's tucked into her little safety space over there. So I'm gonna back towards her and I'm gonna reach down non-intrusively, because if I spun and faced her and did this, it would flush her into the corner. I'm gonna grab the line with no tension at all, and then I'm gonna face her for this exercise, right? So she sees me reach in the pouch, you see a little avoidance there. As I just back up a little bit, she comes towards me. I'm gonna mark and throw that piece of food, right? So she didn't quite see it, but she smelled it. She'll find it. Again, just repeat the exercise, repeat the repetition. She's away from me, towards me, right there. And I continue to back up and give her space to eat. The neighbor's dog barked. She's like, what was that? Is that gonna kill me? Good. And she's still doing the math here, right? Again, I just have to give her a little bit of space to eat. She sees this one over here. Oops, that was a misfire, accidental discharge. Again, it's all new for her, right? She's looking to see, where is my escape route? How can I get out of this? A lot for her to take in. So it's interesting, right? She's got choices now, and her choice obviously is flight. So what I'm going to start doing is putting her back into that little bit of pressure puzzle, right? Because with no information, like leaving her to make decisions on her own, she's locked, right? There's fight, flight, and freeze. There's no fight in her unless she was pinned in a corner. But right now she's in freeze. Like, that option is, her brain is just, I'm not here. This isn't happening to me. So I have to unlock that with a little bit of pressure, right? Good. And how stupid is that, that the second I put pressure back on her, mildly, she starts eating again. So that, again, is my argument to the force-free fakes that say pressure is gonna kill the dog and put them in a state of conflict and confusion. Pressure is like medicinal for her. If there's no clearer evidence than that, I don't know what else you need to see, right? Pressure is magical. And I just keep my body going the opposite direction, right? Whichever way she goes, I face her, constantly face her, and go the opposite way. So again, I'm just backing. Good. The second I see her come into my zone, basically what I do is, from my hips, I make this little 45-degree angle. Inside this zone is where I want her to be. Like, that's the engagement zone. So anything outside of that, if she goes that way, I go this way. If she goes that way, I'm going that way, but backing and facing her, right? So she's gonna learn to undo that right there. And there must be harmony in the leash in that zone, right? There can be no pressure, and that's the idea. It's the same thing as every time she's trying to escape the top of the place board, pressure, pressure, pressure. She hits the board, no pressure. In this zone, in the engagement zone, there's no pressure. And what is she doing right now? Like, she's staying in that little space, right? Good. Good. So she figured this out pretty quickly. Pressure, pressure, no pressure. No pressure because she's facing me. Perfect. She took one step towards me, and that received the click and the reward. Super. So hopefully on the camera, and she's got some eye boogers, like my wife's gonna freak out, but I don't wanna grab the eye boogers and wipe because again, that's gonna be social pressure. We'll take care of that when I put her away. But I see her looking, right? And now just that little slight forward engagement, and she stays right there. She's staying in that little sweet spot, in the engagement zone, and we're doing what I call flooding. Repetitiously just reinforcing this behavior, making it feel good. And I saw the little step backwards, so that tells me she needs a mental reset. A little bit too much for her, I'll walk away, right? I'll just move away from her with my back turned, right, to just give her a little momentary relief. We start again. Yeah, she sees a little avoidance there, right? Just opposite, right there. That sweet spot. Again, it's like a choreographed dance. My movement is completely opposite of hers. Right? No problem. Like, that does not get any engagement. Like, that panic, that's where it starts with most pet owners, is that they see the panic, and in their good nature, they're going, oh man, I feel bad. Let me just make this easy for the dog. And the dog learns that weakness and avoidance and flight wins. It's the total opposite. Again, that took me a long time to figure out. She's doing the math, right? It was okay. A little sidestep, but not too bad. She didn't take the food that time, for whatever reason. Maybe it's because I'm getting deeper into this side of the room, away from her safety zone. Good. That a girl. Come on. It's a girl. It's okay. You're good. You're good. You know, she wants to get in her little corner. I drop the leash, and the leash is balled up in her space. So again, mindful of the hovering look, the social pressure. Just gonna lean over, grab the leash, walk away, give her some space, and start again. Good girl, super. Good job. Good. Doing analytics, she still wants to work, still wants to eat, but for whatever reason, it got her tripped up again. Good, and now she's coming towards me. So I'm going to make her understand. Good girl, super, good. So pressure here, good, super. It's okay, it's okay. Just going to do a few reps with no food, right? I want to see her start to saying, hey, food should be coming right now. We had a deal because we have a negotiation going on between her and I. And it's a contract, and it's a promise, and it's very safe for her, right? And it's very clear. The promise is, I will put pressure on you for flight. I am guaranteeing that. I will also guarantee that the moment you undo that flight, pressure will stop, and if you'll accept it, food will come. Good. That girl, super. Good job. You okay? Now, food dropped there. And she picked it up. That's great. In the event that she didn't pick it up, I want to apply a little negative punishment, basically telling her, hey, you better grab it while you can. I would put the food would hit the ground, say it landed near her feet. I would then kind of back into her, right? A couple reasons. It's less social pressure. Any dog will bite. You know, the saying is, a horse kicks, a cat scratches, a dog bites. You know, I don't think it's going to happen with her, but just safety for you. Don't put your face in a dog's face, ever. It seems to be the click, right? It seems to be the clicker is giving her a little startling effect, so maybe we'll try without it. Let the food go there. Good. Again, I'll take the food. I'll try a couple more reps. And she's in a space where she's not ready for it, right? So let's go back to an old behavior. And all that panic, that shit, that's life. It's going to happen. Like, the place board's not a UFO. It's not going to kill you. And putting her back into familiar behavior brings her food drive back up again. So it was this the new idea of a new exercise, put her brain in like freeze and flight, and I got to get food in her. She's got to get her calories, right? So it's about balance. You know, I don't have to win every battle. Free. Good girl. Place. Good. And I have added the word because before I started this video, I warmed her up for a few seconds, few repetitions with place. Free. And she's flying to it, right? Now it's become a safety place for her. Something familiar, something she can gravitate towards for comfort. Free. Place. Free. Good. Place. So I know a lot of food-based training takes place, and I know a lot of dog trainers utilize it. And a dog, the typical idea is if a dog checks out, they stop feeding. Can't do that. Like the dog's got to get their sustenance. They have to get their nutrition and their calories. Free. So again, not going to win that battle and lose the war, right? Place. Also too, just because she has a little moment of freeze and maybe she's pouting and doesn't want to do this because she's scared, guess what? Life goes on. Free. We have to continue the training. You're not going to just get put away in your kennel, which is a safety place for her now as well, because what happens in the kennel? Nothing. Nobody bothers her. She's got her own little safety place. It's nice and chill. It's peaceful. So that tells me she's very relaxed right there. Big giant handful. I'm going to step back, right? I didn't even want to click to startle her because her being in the down is a submissive place, but it's also a place of comfort. If I lean over with a click and dispense the food, that social pressure could kick her into flight again. So I'm always mindful if I want to capture that moment of her relaxing and chilling, I don't want to start adding things. So again, so I'm going to ditch the clicker, make my approach sideways, and just kind of dispense the food that way, right? And she's gonna, she's very comfortable right there. I'm very happy to see that. So maybe she's saturated. Again, I've got these big giant pieces of hot dogs. There's 5 hot dogs in my pouch. And we'll just sit here and let her just saturate in that, right? It's gonna be the end of the training session. I'm just gonna let her fulfill herself. She's gonna get everything in my pouch for free and let her just chill. So again, another breakthrough for her.